Hi, from Bugeye Guy in Connecticut. I want to take you for a drive today in this Bugeye. It's called Doobie. This happens to be a pretty nice car for one that hasn't got its cosmetics all neatly detailed. It's not bad, but it's not our usual fully restored vehicle. On the other hand, it's a really nice driving car. You could have a lot of fun with this, as the last owner did for the last 10 years. He just drove around in it and had a nice old time. And so you should be able to get a sense of that from our drive today. It has a 1275 engine and front disc brakes and a really good strong transmission, good synchros, and so it's fun. So you should be able to see that it's tight and it revs nicely and it's fun and it's smooth and the ride quality is excellent. The shocks are good, the radius arm bushings are good. There's really no major mechanical thing that needs attention. There are a whole bunch of little details. I don't think the rear brakes are working all that well. It has front discs, so they do a nice job of compensating, but it needs to be fixed. Don't get me wrong. I think that the shoes might be damp, and it handles really nicely. Unfortunately, I left the side curtains in the trunk, and they're loose, and you're about to hear the noise they make. Sorry about that. I should have taken them out of the trunk. But anyway, the car handles nicely. It could use a sway bar in the front. You can see that transition from a left turn to a right turn, and the body roll is partly because his sway bar is just such a nice thing to add to these cars. And the turn signals are not working at the moment, so we'd need to sort that out. Or you could. I mean, this is a really nice car to buy and tinker with if you like that sort of thing, or you hire us to fix this stuff. Lots of little niggly details. The speedo is not working, the fuel gauge isn't working, the sender on the top of the fuel tank is leaking. Not a lot, but I could smell that the fuel tank needs to come down and have that repaired. We do it all the time. I wanted you to see in this section the gearbox is excellent. And all four gears, the synchros are really nice, and that's rare for us. This must have been a rebuilt gearbox. Reverse works great. You see I go into second, and now you notice it's not going into first, so I put it into second, inch forward, and then it goes into first. And that's an issue with all old gearboxes. This is a healthy one. Sometimes the gears don't line up until you turn them just the slightest bit, and then they can mesh. So don't be fazed by that. It's a really good gearbox. This is a nice car to drive, and that's why I bought it. It just lacks on some of the cosmetic details. Those are also later midget seats, but they're quite comfortable. That's the upside of that. If you like originality, not for you, but if you want a little more comfort, these are, you can see they're thicker and more padded seats. And even putting this into the garage, you can see, I mean, at slow speed, a lot of the problems will come to light. If it's a rattly car or it doesn't idle smoothly, you would see it all right now. That's why I wanted to include this in the video. And the lights are working. The nose is a little high. I would want to lower the front end as well. So there is a punch list. If you like the car, please call us. It's a good one. It's just not as structurally immaculate or as cosmetically immaculate, but you could have a lot of fun with this Bugeye. And we have it at bugeyeguy.com.